И попытка номер 2. YouTube, очнись, пожалуйста. YouTube очнулся. Кайф. Надеюсь, что ОБС не будет опять выебываться. То, остается, мне придется подключать. Или придется?
Watch it with that weapon. You hit me.
Was that you?
Hey, fella, we're an honest lot.
Never mind then. God be with you.
Че это они?
Suppose it was nothing.
Поденщик. Куниш из Беловицы. Знал я одного куниша.
God be with you, noble sir. I'm Henry of Skalitz, and I serve the Lord of Lipa.
Sir Kunish of Belovitz. Poor as a church mouse, but a free man once again.
A free man again? What happened to you, Kunesh?
Ah, the greatest of misfortunes befell me. Figuring out this war is a job and a half.
Aye. This feuding between the royal brothers is damn muddled, all right.
Precisely. I gambled on Jobst over Sigismund a few years back. Only his Hungarian cavalry soon routed us, and I spent 2 years in captivity.
You were held captive? What was it like?
Hardly wondrous, I'll tell you that. But what irritated me most was being powerless to do anything. It's all those blasted Hungarians' fault. They can shove my silver up their arse and then lick it and kiss it for all I care.
I totally agree. Sigismund is plundering the kingdom and torching the castles of lords loyal to King Wenceslas.
What a bloody awful affair this war is. In my day, men would fight
Почему я
with
потерял
honor and
репутацию?
integrity, not stab each other in the back.
My sentiments exactly, Sir Kunesh.
Why, young man, I see you stand with Wenceslas, eh? I tell you though, he's the one who dragged our
вот
land into
почему.
this mess.
Он нихуя не за
It
Вацлава.
was the Hungarians who captured you, wasn't it?
Because I was a fool. But I've realized that the only competent king here is Sigismund.
I disagree with you, sir. Sigismund is a scoundrel.
That's what often happens. Still, for the good of the country, I'll side with, especially considering what a drunkard and fawn.
Wenceslas stands up for his people.
Wenceslas can't even see the tip of his nose.
Все, есть. Можно выйти на поединок.
Sigismund's no king. He's nothing but a murderous thief. I challenge you to a duel, sir.
What? You want to fight me? You're not a noble, but what do I care? Making you skip and jump? Go on, parry. I'm all yours!
Бля, нормально? Пойдет.
Come on, again.
Ну давай. Ау. Ай-яй-яй, бля. Ты чё, блядь? Ты чё делаешь?
Christ, you've got some energy. Go on, parry.
Ну, ты атаковать будешь?
Oh, Christ, you've got some energy. Curva, I'm wounded. Oh, Christ, you've got some energy. Nice. You win, young man.
Я ему там по горлу, блядь, полоснул мечом.
Mark my words. Wenceslas will do nothing but throw the land back into turmoil. Here's a few groschen to show you I'm a man of honor.
Thank you. I'll remember you as a chivalrous knight, Sir Kunesh.
Блядь, забрать бы с него шлемик. То бы, конечно, хайпово. А это можно, кстати, устроить. Я так понимаю, он просто тут живет. Шмотки тут хоронит. Так что в теории ночью его можно было бы обобрать. Так, надо чуть-чуть подчиниться, наверное. Печаль в том, что я сам не могу пока чинить свои вещи. Наемник. Двойной. Ты. Бля, надо будет как-нибудь попробовать пообворовывать этих кустов. Смотрите, вообще хоть. Что там найти-то можно.
Why the fuck is that sheep lying there? Ugh, it's starting to smell. And it's all torn up.
What? What is it you need?
Что за снадобье такое? Погибель какая-то. Раз копуляции с мощами дает больше, чем очки. С очками у меня видимости больше будет, обаяния меньше, заметности. Ну, на стелсовый вариант очки лучше так-то будут, наверное. На стелс вариант мы очки вообще снимем. Так-то. Так, ладно, что оно там? Не позволяет бегать, отнимает 110 здоровья за 30 секунд. Больше подходит для того, чтобы отправить пищу в котле, отравить пищу в котле, чем для нанесения на оружие. Интересненько.
You're not allowed here.
Я знаю, что мне сюда нельзя, но... Я с тобой поболтать хотел так-то.
What are you doing? That's mine. Come on then. Let's sort this out.
Hold on. Let's talk about this.
Hey! That's mine! Give it back or I'll go and get a guard.
Forgive me, friend. There must have been some sort of mistake. But, well, since I already somehow ended up with this thing, supposing you were to give it to me as a gift, eh? I'd be eternally grateful to you.
Ahem. Since you put it like that. And don't forget to mention my generosity to their lordships.
Блять, я уболтал чела, но при этом игра мне все равно говорит минус репутация. Какого хуя?
Everything is in its place.
Ладно. Или репутация минус просто потому, что он, в принципе, спалил. А какого хера он спалил вообще? То этот... Я понимаю, если бы оно было как-то экипировано на поясе или еще где-то. Но оно же у меня в инвентаре, какого хера он спалил, что это... О, блядь. Как же эти доспехи громыхают? О, где конь? Борис, здорово. Нет коня. Пока нет коня.
Good to see you.
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
So I says to him, "No, father, I haven't been fornicating. I've just been loving my neighbour."
Hey, you all right there, laddie?
Oh, you should have seen him. He was as red as a cardinal's hat. Aye. Hey, servant, bring some wine.
Me? I'm not a servant.
Oh, I know. Old Samin is saving supplies for the wedding later. But you didn't need to bother your wee head about that.
Look, I'm not from here.
Oh. I didn't give a fuck what you pray. You speak our language, do you not?
Well, Yarko, seems to me this fella doesn't know how to behave toward his betters.
The old man's hired hands are lacking in manners. We'll soon fix that. Now you're gonna die.
Speaking the dead.
Ha!
Don't hit him! Shame!
И на катсцене он мне бьет по ебалу.
Oh, you wee blasted!
The devil's name is fucking going on here?
What do you think's going on, Grandad? I'm teaching your people here how we do things.
Granddad?
Why, Grandad? An old captain like you probably still remember the flood.
True enough, Yurko. I am old. And I remember all sorts of things. Like you. When you were a little nipper running around here bare arse, with a ribbon in your hair, screaming out how you was Princess Sophie. Poor lad
Хорош
had
туда
the
его.
piece from his big sisters.
What about that line?
Who in God's name are you?
Henry. The Takoff blacksmith sent me. Radovan.
Blacksmith, eh? Then you'll have some explaining to do. Come along and never mind that fool Yurko. Young Samin's getting married, so we has to put up with his kin from Moravia.
We'll be needing a dozen geese. And I must tell Vashek to get 3 pigs ready for slaughter. And the carters will have to be sent to Yetchin to get at least a peck of poppy seed for cakes. And gingerbread spices. Oh, and wine, too. It's almost all gone. What we bought only last week.
Я на нем колец.
Enter.
Sorry to intrude, sir. This is Henry, blacksmith Radovan's hand.
Oh, excellent.
Ба, рыцарь такой вошел.
Just make sure that there's plenty of everything so long as it doesn't cost too much.
But, sir,
Not another word! Leave us! So Radovan sent you alone. Who's going to unload it all? It's a whole cartload.
Yeah, Radovan sent me, sir, but not with the goods. The thing is, he's missing his cart, along with the carter in his hands.
What? But they never came here. Are you telling me they got lost?
Well, I couldn't tell you what happened to them, sir, but it's my job to find them.
There are all sorts of vermin roaming the countryside.
Oh, no
so-
need to imagine the worst right off, gnarly.
Коряга. Я его там
Anyway,
назвали, конечно.
I need the load from that cart, so saddle up your old nag and we'll ride out, Captain. I could do with a breath of fresh air. I've
Тут
had
мне
enough
подсказывают,
of
что
the
мне
eyeballs
по этому квесту коня дадут.
counting geese and pies.
What about Henry here, sir?
Well, what about him?
We could use an extra pair of hands. You know how my shoulder's acting up. Yurko is shit-faced. And your son
The older has work to do. All right, take Henry with you if you want. Just so long as he doesn't slow us down.
Thank you, sir. So, lad, you going with us? I hope you're happy about it.
Yeah. I'll be glad to help you.
Oh, you reckon we can't manage on our own?
No, that's not how I meant it.
Take it easy, son. I'm only yanking your pizzle. By the way, the fellas at the gate say you came here on foot.
Yeah, I did.
Christ above. And how are you going to ride with us? On the back of my saddle? You're a bit big for that, ain't ya? And I'm a bit too old.
Эти варианты что-то немножко, конечно, попахивают тем, что мне пиздов дадут.
You've got a stud farm here, don't you? Couldn't I borrow one of your horses?
Aye. And then we'd never see hide nor hair of you, nor the animal again. We don't lend horses. But you're in luck. Our groom brought in a grey nag not long ago. Tell him you've got to ride out with us, and he'll give it to you for a decent price.
All right. Thanks.
Well, that should be that.
Actually, this Yurko and his mates, who are they?
They're Lord Samin's kin. They're fine as long as they don't get too much booze inside them.
Only they're from Moravia, so they're never far from the booze.
But what can I tell you, lad? Each to himself. Besides, they stick with the family when push comes to shove. And you can't say that about everyone.
And you, sir? What is it you do?
Well, son, I wonder if I haven't made a mistake about you. If you haven't figured me out by now, you can't be very bright.
No, I just meant, what exactly is it you do for Lord Semin? And your name isn't exactly very common.
I'm the captain here, and I'm sure I don't have to tell you what a captain does. As for my name, it's a nickname Lord Samin's grandpa gave me. May he rest in peace. When I joined his service as a young fella, I took my gnarly club with me. Wouldn't use anything else. I was used to it. And more than once helped me to, well, win an argument. I broke many a hard skull with it. And it's still in one piece. We've been together so long, we even share the same name.
You're lucky you didn't turn out to be Captain Knob.
Or Captain Headcracker. You're right.
We should probably get going.
That we should. If you want, stay here. You'll get a bit of...
Надо было, возможно, первый диалог тыкнуть. Но что-то мне подсказывает, что мне бы быстро объяснили, что я не прав. Давай, открывай двери, ёп.
God bless.
Good to see you, friend.
Excuse me.
Да, дать, блядь, проход они так и не научились. Ладно.
The Lord be with you. What do you need?
Would you happen to have a cheap horse for sale?
Well, I sell, and you look like you could afford any one of them.
You don't make money by throwing it around.
Well, I do have, but all she's good for are sausages. That old bitch won't let anybody touch her. I was already suspicious when that traveler sold her to me. He said he found her running about near the Rock Tower Pond.
Grey, old, and someone found her by the Rock Tower Pond. That's where we were ambushed. That's my horse. That's Pebbles.
What do you mean, yours? I bought it fair and square. I admit, it was only for a few groschen from some suspicious lad who found it down by the Rock Tower Pond, but that horse is not branded, so it belongs to me now.
Use your head. Do I look like someone who needs a free nag?
Well, no, I suppose you don't.
And do you think it's a good idea to make someone like that angry? For a few measly coins?
All right, fine. You can have her, bloody miser. Go and get her then. If she remembers you, she might even come when you whistle for her.
We're gonna miss that one. What are you whistling for?
Почистить
I
коня?
need to get my horse scrubbed.
I'll get right to it. Coin up front.
Нихуя тебе 200.
I changed my mind. I'd like to buy a...
All you have to do is, I will take care of the rest.
I already have a horse.
I will put a price on it and deduct it from the... I'm sure we'll find some use. And if you have a particularly fine horse, who knows? You might even make some money. You do know they differ in more than just the color of their coat, right?
What should I be looking...
Each horse has different characteristics, which affects the price. If you take a close look at them, you will see. Do you want to go and have a look at them?
I reckon that's a...
Go on then. No need.
Да, сивка что-то, конечно, вообще пиздец. Ну, желудь вообще выглядит как будто это... Лошадь, на которой дохуя можно возить, по крайней мере, так по статам видно. А у кого-то еще можно смотреть. Вообще хуй знает, что они лошадь. Почему она стоит 1100, когда у нее скорости меньше, вместительности меньше, выносливости только больше. Так, а я могу сейчас экипировать? Могу. Что оно даст? Так. Лошадь. Вбиваем на нее седло. Ну, вместимость упадет, если я одену попону. Смелость поднимется. Ну ладно, пущай будет так пока что. Зато лошадь есть. Кайфом. Так, ладно, я думаю, надо все-таки разобраться с квестом. Который прогулка. Встретиться во дворе с корягой и паном Семином. Семином. А в каком дворе-то, блядь, мне с ним встретиться-то? Отметки, блядь, нет. Ты что? Так, ладно, спешится на X.
At your service, sir.
Так, бля, Ничего не понимаю. А, сама к стойлу идет, нихуя. Интересно. Ну, давай поговорим с ним.
Get ideas. I wasn't at my best, but I'm not.
You've got quite an unusual accent. Where are you from?
Can't you tell? From Znojmo in Moravia. Lovely country. All vineyards and bonny lasses.
Well, you don't like it here?
You see any vineyards and bonny lasses here? The locks are broad, all right. They didn't exactly lift your spirits, but more the other way around.
You're related to the Semines, if I understood right.
Aye, I wouldn't be here otherwise. My great-grandmother married young Lord Semin's great-uncle. It's not every day that your, first cousin, once removed, gets married.
Twice removed, but that doesn't matter.
Ah, who cares? There'll be a good old shindig, that's all that counts.
You're a lot. You must hold Lord Semin in high esteem.
My pa holds all his kin in high esteem, so he sends us all over the place. But we didn't have all far to go. We were at a wedding in Rottenburg last week, a wee bit from Yihlava. Before that, it was a bairn's christening at Koschenberg, and another wedding in Dalchin. Then a friendly visit to our kin, the Shellbergs in Coolberg. That's all I mind. I haven't been home for 6 months, and I didn't care.
Why don't you want another fight?
Why would I want to stramash? I'm nae man of violence.
Is it your custom to beat up envoys who come to the courtyard?
Envoy or no, when a new bloke turns up and gives us a queer look, he gets a clout in the gob. That's fair, isn't it?
Uh-huh. I understand, I suppose.
Like I said, I'm nae a man of violence.
Где мне этого чухана теперь искать?
Greetings. And with you?
Это вода тут типа или чё? Да. Пёс, блядь, что-то роет. Странное дело. Квеста я должен... Хуя ты? Пусть лошадь ходит. Можно, конечно, пойти в лагерь у дороги. Ну, лошадь хорошая. Воды хлебать. Подожди, это где-то должен был уже быть лагерь. Далековато он, конечно. Или мне встретиться во дворе, это где-то вон там.
Quick! 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 Yeah! Go!
То есть, если слишком сильно ее подгонять, лошадь будет выпендриваться. Вторник. У нас бакалейщик. Здорово, пес.
Good to see you.
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
Да, вот тут, конечно, уже вопросики начинаются. Квест встретиться с челиком есть, а самого челика, с которым нужно встретиться, нет. Ладно, пойдем, где поищем, где это прикорнуть можно.
Whoa, whoa.
Тут, по сути, таверна, тут можно и прикорнуть, наверное.
God be with you.
Greetings, Master Guard.
Good boy.
Только что-то я вот не вижу... кого, кто бы тут что-то продавал. Типа ответственного. Таверну не вижу. Если это вообще таверна. Не похоже. Где тут переночевать-то можно? Просто так. Спать везде, где ни попадя, нельзя. И за это пиздов дают. О, вот здесь можно спать. Пиво. Про пиво. Так а где сотник-то, ёп? Лёп.
Christ. Greetings. What do you need?
What's it like serving Lord Semi?
I can't complain. The old lord's such a good sort. I hardly ever get the chance to hand out a thrashing. And his son, older, well, he's just your typical young lord. He enjoys life, rides through the forests and hunts.
Does Older go to the tournaments? Does he know how to fight?
He's really good with weapons. Captain Gnarly trained him well. but he's never been to a tournament, as far as I know. His father kept him on a short leash, so he could take care of the estate and not go gallivanting all over the place.
We were attacked by bandits recently by the pond. Do you know anything about them?
I heard about that. And if you were there, you were lucky to make it out with your life. It never used to be like this. It was sleepy as fuck. But the woods have become a dangerous place in the last few months. And there's more than poachers depriving the wolves of prey, and nomads thieving like magpies.
I'd like to find those bandits and get revenge from my dead friends.
I'm not surprised, but be careful. We can't be everywhere, and even my lads aren't keen on going in the woods. What's worse, those rocks of ours here make it a bloody maze. We could be searching for cutthroats in there till Judgment Day.
Why didn't you drop?
Like I said, our old...
So he won't do it?
He won't. In fact, he recently got into an argument. I reckon Thrush would string them all up outright if he had the chance. Fortunately, the only gallows are at Trotsky, and only Burgrave Hashek.
What's the Trotsky Burgrave Hashek like?
Quite stern and tough. He hasn't been taking any shit as of late, all because of...
So he's in charge of taking care of those cutthroats?
Of course. As the Castle Burgrave, he's in...
I'm looking for a friend of mine. A tall, fair...
Doesn't ring a bell, I'm afraid. Take care, friend.
God be with you.
Greetings.
Good day to you.
Ну и где мне, блядь, этого дурака искать теперь? Так, может, у ристалища? Если он сотник, то должен там шароебиться. Потенциально. Ристалище, блядь, засранное конями. Интересное решение, однако. Блядь, что за кринж? Встретиться во дворе с корягой и паном Семеном. Рано утром во дворе. 7 утра это не рано утром? Квест отслеживается, но значка нет. Во. Появилась. Они там все, что ли, Яна, эти паны?
I'm ready to set out, sir.
All right. Stay close to us and don't go wandering off.
As you say, sir.
towards us, they had to pass through Troskovitz.
Right, sir. You keep up with us, son. Troskovitz ain't far.
Охуеть, можно спокойно встать в режим следования и чилить.
What do you think about it, Captain?
I know you told me not to jump to any conclusions, sir, but I can't help myself. Someone's running rampant around here, sir.
I know who's running rampant. Yurko in the cellar. We're out of wine again. I knew this wedding wouldn't be cheap, but I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. And the bailiff, the bride's father, you'd get more blood out of a stone than coin out of him. And then he behaves like I shit golden eggs just because I'm a noble. Even though he's got more coin than me.
Such are the times, sir. But that Yurko, he's going too far.
You know how those Moravians are. It's in his blood.
Aye, I noticed. But they're getting too much to handle. Him and his cronies. They started on young Henry, soon as he set foot on the courtyard.
What? Is that true, Henry?
It was nothing. Just a bit of a friendly brawl. They clearly had a skinful. I can understand it.
Well, I've sure as hell got no understanding for it. I hope they didn't hurt you.
Young Henry here gave Yurko a nice hammering.
Oh, that's no surprise. The fella can hardly stand upright most of the time.
You'd have to get up early to catch them sober. But they wasn't that drunk as to give Henry an easy fight.
Look here, lad. If you're such a champion, I'm sure you'd accept the challenge of an old man like myself.
It would be an honor, sir.
Excellent. Not afraid, eh? That's what I like to see. There's an abandoned pen along the path a bit. We'll stop off there and see what you're made of.
All right, sir. If you'll excuse me, I'll explain some things to the youngster here first. Wouldn't want no accidents happening.
Ебать, я что, сейчас со стариком пиздиться буду на кулаках? Я ж его ушатаю в 2 счета.
So, we're here. Gnarly, tell the youngster here what's what.
All right, son. You're going to fight Lord Sameen. It'll be an honorable fight, so you better act accordingly. Hold on a mo. I'll give you some gear for it.
That won't be necessary. I've got all I need.
Well, all right. But it never hurts to have something in reserve. You can have my cudgel. It might be just a stick, but it's my stick, so careful with it.
Thank you, Captain.
Save the thanks, and get your arse into the pen.
А что, мы палками будем драться?
Oh, young'un, are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
I'll sort you out nicely.
Ну шо ты, старый? Стамины-то нет, наверное, да, уже?
I'm all yours!
Бля, старый, тебе ж пизда. Ну, давай в клинч.
Bandage, quick!
Come here. What do you say, son?
You really gave me the runaround.
I'm no spring chicken, but I'm as spry as ever.
God's truth, sir. You didn't disgrace yourself, but I can see the young un has spirit.
Ебать, я его чуть нахуй
You can keep that old
на тот
junk
свет не
there,
отправил.
even my cudgel. But take care of the old fella. He might be just a piece of wood, but he saved my arse more than once.
I will, Captain.
And since you won, I've got something else for you as well. My shield.
Isn't that a bit too much, Gnarly?
Sir, my left shoulder's fucked anyway. I can't carry no shield.
True enough.
Thank you.
Ну, вообще, зелененький щит под зелененький наряд так-то очень даже да. И я не против. Ну, здесь, правда, палка идет. Ну, ладно. Так. Чё там? Приседаешь-то?
I needed that. It's good to stretch the legs every now and again. And you're pretty handy, youngster. You should come to the courtyard, and Gnarly here will give you a good education in the art of the sword.
I call it the art of not getting skewered as soon as you step foot outside the village. But do come with me. We've got a nice arena in Sami. It ain't no abandoned pig pen.
Угу, да-да, видел я вашу арену.
Whether it's a pig pen or an arena in Carlstein, it's the performance that counts. And while we're on the subject, where are you from, lad? It's clear you're not from Trusty.
I'm from Silver Scallops, sir.
Aha! Now I understand why you're here. You're not the first one to flee here from the war.
I don't flee from a fight, sir. I have work here, and a lot of scores to settle.
You want to get revenge for what happened back home? That usually doesn't end well. You'd be better advised to find yourself a well-built girl, build a cottage, and visit the church and the tavern in turn. There's no helping the dead anyway.
That's nice advice, sir. Only women will tie you down, lad. Better to go and see a bit of the world. You're doing the right thing. So, we're in Troskowitz. What now, sir? Should I go to the bailiff and ask if he might have seen someone?
Well, that makes sense. But the young fella here should do it. If the bailiff sees you, he'll guess I'm in the village and come and bother me. And I'm really not in the mood today for any bombardment of complaints.
I understand, sir. All right, Henry. Run along to the rat house and inquire about that wagon.
And Henry, not a word about me. Are we clear?
As you wish, sir. Master Bailiff, can I ask you about something?
Ask away, by all means. Wait now, aren't you that lad who's helping Radovan in the forge?
Yeah, that's me.
I heard his hired hands went missing.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here.
Ah, I was thinking they were driving awful fast with that cart.
You saw them?
I did, a few days back. They raced through the village in the early evening so fast, they were dropping sacks of charcoal.
Where were they headed?
Towards the east. To Apollonia on the road to Yichin. And you're looking for them?
I am indeed.
I'm glad to hear it. I heard there were goods for sale, and I can do without that kind of trouble now, on account...
It seems you have a lot of concerns with that wedding, Master Bailiff.
Of course I do. I'm the father of the bride, after all. Although not everyone sees eye to eye with me. Lord Semine would be happier if I paid all the bills and left all the decisions up to him. Who's invited, what there'll be to eat and drink, entertainment, everything. It's not like I have a burning desire to deal with it, but if I'm going to pay for it...
I understand. But isn't it just that the Grooms family is more concerned about these things?
That's not it. I'll tell you what it is. It's because Lord Semine is a noble and I'm just a commoner. Only I've got coin. While he's trying to keep the wolf from the door in that piddling estate of his.
You ought to calm down, Master Bailiff.
You're right, of course.
I understand. Do you know anything about Radovan's hired hands?
Only what I've told you. But to tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind if they never turned up again.
Why's that?
Well, they might look like butter wouldn't melt in their mouths, and Radovan prayed that pair have mischief in their eyes. I can tell.
That'll be all.
Нихуя, он с кинжальчиком играет.
How did it go?
They were spotted here, sir. Going to the east, towards Apollonia.
So the Yichin? The bastards. And what about my goods?
Well, they were driving so fast, it was falling off the cart.
The thieving scum. Let's hurry. To Yichin.
Sir, I could send a message to the Yichin captain of the guard.
Oh, it'll take too long. We'll go and get them ourselves.
Won't you be missing preparations for the wedding at home, sir?
I will. Praise Lord Jesus Christ. If I have to choose between riding to Yichin and listening to Dorothy's endless fussing, I'll take Yichin any time. Besides, there's a nice inn along the way. The Three Cats.
I remember that place. But I'm not sure, sir, if they'll let the two of us set foot inside the door.
Oh, no, they happened 16 summers ago. God knows if the place is even standing.
True. Still, we'd better keep our eyes peeled. They might not have gone to Yichin. They could have turned off someone. Or something could have happened. There might have been ambushed, maybe.
Will you give over at that? I'll bet my grave they weren't ambushed. More likely we'll find them boozing at the Three Cats.
That'd surely be the best outcome, if that old dive is still standing. So then.
Да чё он все влево-вправо, влево-вправо? Ехай ты, блядь, нормально. Я только на стул улегся. Не хочу я сам ехать. Бля, автоследование это прям ультра-мега охуенная штука.
So, say now to me, which way now?
While you're praying to the patron saint of lost things, go and have a look along the road, Gnarly. And you, Henry, have a look to the left.
All right, sir. Don't forget, my eyesight ain't what it used to be.
Well, that's what we have the youngster for, isn't it? Off you go.
Sack of charcoal. That could have fallen off the cart.
You found anything, lad?
There's a sack of charcoal lying in the ditch to the left of the road. The bailiff said they were driving like the devil, so maybe it fell from the cart.
Oh, that makes sense. To the left it is then. Gnarly! Back here!
We're getting close. I can feel it in my bones, sir. You'll have it, back.
I just hope we find the horses too. Yarmilka here ain't the youngest, and I wouldn't want to drag it back home myself.
A nobleman in harness. We ain't ever had such a spectacle in these cars.
You might get to see it soon enough. The lords in this country have all gone to the dogs. Every low lord with a bit of coin builds a house in Gutenberg while we live in squalor. Why do you reckon that is, lad?
That's the change in the economical situation, sir. The burghers have more rights, and they make smart use of them. They put their coin to work for them. They've got shops, baths, inns, mills, while the nobles sit waiting until Jack from Backwater Hamlet brings them 3 groschen in taxes on St. Gallus's Day.
You're right there. Only Jack hasn't even got 3 groschen these days. None of this would be happening if we had a king. And I mean a real one, not Wenceslas or Sigismund. Oh, anywhere that's not ruled by a strong hand, all sorts of things go wrong.
Especially when you've got Moravian relatives keeping you out of house and home.
Они ж налево свернули. Вы чё, дебил, даже я заметил.
Oh, hold up. This is strange. I don't see any cart tracks. What do you reckon, darling?
I'm blind as a mole, sir. But it's all peculiar right now.
Well, that's just it. They had no...
I'll look at the road a bit. And you, Henry?
Very well, sir.
Я-то знаю где. Я-то знаю где.
The blacksmith's cart. We're having a lot of trouble finding the road. Hey! I found the blacksmith's cart! Come here!
Well, now, here we have it. The blacksmith's cart. course, the goods are gone. The bastards hauled it off to the rocks. That's clear. Well, we can't let them get away with it. We'll carry on. My old young milker would only break a leg there. And keep a sharp lookout. Something stinks here. Oh, be quiet. You still can't control the
Кому надо приготовить оружие? Почему вот здесь не работает автоследование, непонятно.
God's truth, I ain't got only good memories of it. One time, got my legs stuck in a crevice a bit further on. Trapped there all night I was, shitting myself with fear. It wasn't till morning that the boat from the fortress found me. The whole of Samine was out looking for me.
Пес там что-то учуял. Там где-то чубзики сидят, инфосотка. Привет, стример, я не понял, где Плотва. Плотва там. Там слышно даже разбийников. Так, ладно, стоять здесь надо ровнее, блядь, а то меня сейчас запиздят. И вообще, надо бы сохранить игру. Но давненько я не сейвился. Заодно прибухнем, силушки наберемся. Мне очень нравится, что в этой части прям многие перки прям по уму сделали. Не то, что в первой.
There's somebody there, sure enough.
Let's get closer. What do we do now? I heard more than two voices.
I used to clamber around here as a young lad. The girls from Slatico used to come make a fire here and jump over it, and so's their underwear wouldn't catch fire. Sometimes they'd take it off.
That's nice, Gnarly, but I don't think it's scantily clad maidens we'll be running into here. So what's that got to do with anything?
Well, there's a nice view into the gorge from up there. We only have to go back a bit, and we can get up there nicely.
Right. Henry, what are you waiting for? This is just the kind of thing we took you along for.
Sure, sir. With a bit of luck, there might be some girls there too.
I could do without girls with voices like that.
Бля.
Now get going.
Хорош, хорош. Че, я теперь в соло, блядь, должен там, да, вот это все делать? Ладно, давай попробуем одеться в стелс-режим.
For a wench, he's got a miserable pair of tits on him.
Blacksmith's hands.
You don't say. You really saw that? I'm not kidding. Honestly, tell him I'm not having him on. You saw it.
So how's it look, Sonny? How many?
I saw 3. And they don't look like Radovan's hands.
And what about my goods?
I didn't see them. It looked more like a patrol. I reckon there might be more of them hereabouts.
Мужчина за спиной белый, он должен же быть зеленым гербом.
I hope you're ready, Henry.
Of course. We'll smash them to smithereens and in the...
Hold your horses, son. Keep some of that piss and vinegar for the fight.
So, how are we gonna do it?
What else do you...
Someone could go back up top and try to take one of them down with an arrow before we charge them. There's a good view of the camp from up there.
Good idea, Henry. And climb up top. And as soon as you shoot the first time...
Right you are, Captain.
It ain't that strange. Even my uncle had a beard like that. His eye a different colour, and he definitely weren't X. How would you go? True. You never know what fucking folk out there. Jesus, Hansa, don't start again. I'm trying to tell a story for amusement, not listen to your supposedly educated...
We're going to dust. You'll be sorry, fucker. Now we'll have you.
Christ!
Oh, man, he's got no chance alone.
Slice him up!
That's a lot of blood. This should stop it.
Не знаю, попал я, не попал, я не понимаю, как это арбалет
What's the whole
стреляет. Ничего, как игра. Заебумба.
Oh, this day took it out of me, and no mistake.
And it ain't over yet, sir. Your goods ain't here. And none of them bastards look like the blacksmiths.
Игра прям вообще заебись. Мне очень сильно нравится.
Well, we can't ask them now.
Oh, well. That's how it goes sometimes.
But I don't think it was them.
Me neither. But right past that peak is another good camping spot.
You think this was a patrol?
It makes sense. But I don't want to go assuming the worst. We might have just...
Yeah, well, you were right, as always.
I am. Let's go.
I thought we had everything clear, Venser. You tried to fuck with me, so until we ride out, you're gonna stick right there and keep your mouth shut.
We did everything you asked. We got the blacksmith cart and the goods.
Horse shit. You tried to fuck me. That bastard cousin of yours owned up to it.
It was his idea. I wanted nothing to do with it.
Make no difference to me, Venser. You vouched for the crooked fucker. So now, it's on you. Actually, you could consider yourself lucky. If you hadn't saved my ass that time in Colleen, I'd have goat ear skin you alive.
Блять.
You can't trust anyone in these parts. Get ready, Gnarly. We are going to parley.
Like that time with the Shani, sir?
Yes, exactly.
Only there was more of us that time, and less of them.
Oh, don't worry, there won't be a problem. They're just common thieves. Besides, I'll take young Henry with me.
What, me?
And if they're still feeling brave, you get to try out that new plaything of yours.
Ahem, gentlemen, I'm obliged to you for looking after my goods, but I'll take them back now. Just hand them over, and I'll let you go.
Oh, you must be from Samin, sir. Well, of course you can have everything back. As long as you ask nicely, eh? Well, how about we do things differently? You lay down your weapons, and we can all have a nice little chat. I mean, I don't intend to go murdering local lords. I just want your coin.
That's very noble of you, sir.
What are you gaping at? At them!
Что, все?
You're in for an ass kicking, you piece of shit!
I'll rip your ass open! Take your ass!
What the fuck was that?
А можно стамина восстановиться?
Had enough, have you? Take that!
I'll beat you to a...
I surrender.
Какой я сдаюсь, блядь? Да, можно Я вот так вот подойду, смотри. Вот так вот подойду. Нет, не получится. Ладно. Бля. Я тут.
What now? One of them bastards fled into the rocks. Chase him down and bring him back.
Did you see which way he went?
No, I had other things on.
I'll go and try.
Great.
I ain't done nothing, I swear. It was Vincent.
Word always gets around. People are already saying stuff about you. They never expected you to let your son marry a villager. Crushes the failure.
Штука все-таки перегруз, да? Так, ладненько. Опять что-нибудь. Почему щит белый, когда он должен быть зеленый? Текстура проебалась. Якова. Так, что, давай. Дубинка, сотника, коряги. Вообще не интересно, как будто бы. Говядина, 21 штука сушеной говядины. Алло, бля. Сытость 20. И все равно перегруз. Да схуяли? 224. Так я же могу сделать вот так. Это на лошадь. На лошадь. То, что мы не носим, все на лошадь. Из оружия, в принципе, так же. Ну, стрелы, наверное, тоже туда.
No, it's not. At least there's something we agree on.
Надо бы еще тогда вот так вот сделать, наверное. Где у нас настой календулы? Упс. Так, а где мне эту чепуху теперь искать? Так, ладно, что у нас говорит квест? Поймать работника. Куда он уебенил-то? Что мне подсказывает, что он должен был где-нибудь пиздрыкнуться? И как бы да. Просто ни одной подсказки, ничего нет. Куда он? Ебаться-то мог. Чего, блядь? Да, этот чупакабрик рванул, блядь. Почему квест показывает в области какой-то искать, при этом, ну, нет никаких подсказок. А, вот ты где, ёб-шлёп, попался нахуй.
I've got you now, Venser. You've nowhere to run to. Yield.
Well, why the fuck would I? It's just you against me. Besides, if I do yield, it's the rope for me anyway.
Who knows what they'll do to you? You might just get a whipping.
For robbing Semine, that old miser. He'll have me strung up from the nearest tree. I'd be better off jumping off the cliff.
Hey, I saw you cozying up with Gules. Seems to me he trusts you pretty much.
What? He wanted to skin me alive.
But he didn't.
What's that got to do with anything, anyway?
Well, I'd say you have a way with the nobles. People trust you. You just say it was the rashness of youth. Pour ashes on your head, and they'll be lenient. You'll tell Lord Semine it was a youthful folly, eat crow, and that'll be that.
Convince his lordship? I'm not sure.
Well, either you give it a try, or we fight it out, or you jump.
Although, Ma always said I could talk my way out of anything. For sure. I'm better at it than fighting with strangers or diving head for... All right. But only if you'll tell them that I gave him up right away. And I don't know. Well,
You got it. But I'll try and...
all right.
I've got a prisoner for you, sir.
Excellent. It all worked out quite well in the end. Gnarly will take care of this scum.
What about Gules?
He caught a few good hits, but he's alive. We'll take him with us. I need to have a strong word with him. You did a good job, youngster. You've got heart. And so you don't say I had you clambering over these rocks for nothing. Here's something for you.
Thank you, sir.
Don't thank me, you deserved it. And now, let's get that accursed cart back to Semine. Want to ride? We'll go via Troskovitz. We can drop you off there, and you won't have far to Tarkov. You ought to report back to Radovan as soon as possible about what happened with his hands.
What's going to happen with that pair?
You mean Radovan's hands? We'll see. The one that ran for it, it's clear with him. The other fellow was tied up, so who knows what went down. Maybe he was innocent. Gnarly'll have a word with him, and we'll see what he tells us.
Sir, Venser surrendered because I promised to put in a good word for him.
Well, it's nice that you promised him, but I'm the one who'll decide on the fate of that scum, and it's quite clear to me.
All right.
Что-то очень странно он договорился. Я думал, будут варианты какие-то, а по итогу он такой, ну, я сам решу, что с ним, блядь. Я уже решил, что он помрет. Ну, ладно. Кого, блядь?
A ride would be great.
Wait until you're my age.
I didn't do nothing wrong, I swear. It's all Vence's fault. It was him who said we'll sell the car to Gills.
It weren't like that at all. We shook on it. But on the way, you had the idea we'd keep it.
What? That ain't true.
Leave it out, you two. One way or another, you wanted to fuck me over. Doesn't matter whose idea it was.
So, you wanted to steal the cart for yourselves, but you still got caught?
I didn't want to steal anything. That was Vencer.
It was your idea. What the fuck are you talking about, blaming Vencer?
You really are prize idiots. If you hadn't gone round the rocks, you could easily have got away. But I've got a big heart, so I sent the lads to give you a hand.
I told Francie it wasn't a good idea to nick it.
Bollocks. As soon as you saw the lads, you gave the horses the whip. You were holding the reins, Vencer.
You see?
While you were shouting rude insults. So you're both in it up to your necks, as far as I'm concerned.
Where are you taking us?
To Sameen, where his lordship will hear you out and decide what to do with you.
I hope you realise you can't just execute me.
Ah, it depends. By rights, I should send a plea to some court to decide if we can behead you. But in these shitty times, nobody will give a toss. Parchment's dear, and ink ain't free either. So as far as I'm concerned, I'd happily risk it and lop your head off without permission.
I see how the law is respected here.
Ha! Are you yanking my pizzle? You're a fine one to talk about law.
And what will happen to us?
What do you think? If they'll execute a nobleman, they won't think twice about a hired hand or two.
You never know, Henry. Lord Sameen is merciful. Maybe this whimpering will soften his heart.
Oh, I'm not whimpering. I'm just trying to tell you how it was.
Bollocks! You're full of shit. You don't believe a word he says, Captain.
Sameen might be merciful, but whether he'll be in the mood for this, I can't say.
I'm innocent. I swear on my ma's soul.
Is that supposed to soften my heart?
Pah.
Every mangy cur I dragged to the gallows swore on his mother. Nobody with any decency would risk his mother's immortal soul, even if he was as pure as the driven snow. But this bastard doesn't think twice about his soul. You should be ashamed of yourself.
The captain's right. Only the lowest of the low swears on his mother.
That's right. You always were a piece of shit, Francie. No scruples.
Well, ain't it grand to have you here to explain everything? Now shut your gobs, the three of you. Don't want you poisoning the air with the shit you spout.
Странно, что они тут просто сидят и ни разу не связаны.
Right, we're in Troskovitz. This is where you get off, Henry.
Thanks a lot, Captain.
Don't forget to go and tell Radovan what happened, so he can stop worrying.
Will do.
And drop by Sameen sometime. You may be wet behind the ears still, but you're a laugh to have around.
Wet behind the ears? You're a bit young for that kind of talk, Captain.
Ah, if only.
Ладно. Пора слазить.
You silly doggy.
So, job done. The cart was found and driven to Lord Sameen's courtyard.
Whew. That's a relief. And what happened to that pair of idiots?
It turned out they tried to rob you.
Oh. They did they?
Aye. They plotted with some robber baron called Gules and brought the cart to him.
The bastards. I should have realized they were a bit too keen on work. And how did you get the cart back?
Well, I went to Sameen, and they were wondering there too where the wagon got to. So we rode out to look for it. Me, Lord Sameen, and his captain, Gnarly.
Well, God's nails. And the three of you tracked them down. The whole band.
That's right. They were hiding in Apollonia, along with the carts and the goods.
Indeed. Where else? The bastards. And what about my hands?
I'm not sure. Lord Semine took them and Gules to his courtyard. We'll see how he deals with them.
I'd know what to do with them.
Now, don't worry. I don't think Lord Semine will let them off lightly.
Anyway, the main thing is the cart turned up. I'd be in a right mess if it didn't.
No doubt.
And you've earned a reward for your trouble. I've got just the thing for you. Some mercenary once had his cuirass repaired here, but never came back for it. Who knows what happened to him? So now it's yours. It's been through a bit, but it'll still serve for a while.
Что-то я потерял нить разговора, пока отвечал на сообщение
And have you got another job for
в
me?
телефоне.
Young Lord Semine's wedding is coming up.
Ржавый нагрудник.
It's got my head spinning. Look,
Yeah.
you must have seen Agnes, the bailiff's daughter, when you were in Truscovitz. What do you think of her?
Well, young Semine is marrying her, isn't he? Why would I?
Don't pretend. Looks ain't everything, though. She's got such a sharp tongue on her. And how about you, lad? Have you got some lass waiting in Sasau?
Yeah. And I hope she'll wait. Her name's Teresa.
A girl from the mill? You want to watch out for them types. A wedding's a serious business. You're not just so you have to show. Old Semine wants a special sword forged for his son's wedding present.
Excellent.
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel.
A blade of first-class steel.
That's right. And that's just the problem.
Ah, I see.
God's nails. You really know your stuff. And you're right. We don't have the steel for a strong sword. Relax, lad. There's this old hermit called Ambrose.
And he can pray for us?
God's nails. Let me finish. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago. And folks say they saw this from the description. It seems our peculiar hermit.
Welded Spanish steel? There's nothing better for a sword.
See now? You do.
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose the Hermit, people from far and wide used to go to him for remedy. I even heard he made a pact with it.
What strange...
I heard something in the tavern about some...
With the devil? Why would the hermit make...
No idea. It might just be...
Where can I find...
Do I look like... I know he has a hut
Я
somewhere
быстро
in
прочитаю
Apollonia.
диалоги, потому что меня там пацаны в Марвел позвали. Хочу почитать диалог быстренько и свернуться.
Right. I'll try to find... In return, you'll get me...
If it means so much to you, come and see Betty from the Truscovitz Tavern. She'll definitely tell you more about the hermit. But Henry, if there's any... The best sword in the world isn't...
Игра сохранена. Там, как я уже сказал, пацаны в Марвел позвали, поэтому я, наверное, офну с позором. Пойду поиграю немного.